Hi students, good morning. Let us continue our lesson, the Golden Age, Gupta Empire. In our last class, we studied about Samudragupta and the founder of Gupta dynasty, Chandragupta I. The next ruler is Chandragupta II. Continue with the third most important ruler, Chandragupta II. He was also known as Vikramaditya. Sometimes you heard through stories and all Vikramaditya and Vedalam. Like that stories, it is telling about the stories related as Chandragupta II. His another name it was Vikramaditya. He succeeded his father Samudragupta and took the throne in the period of 380 CE. And also about him we got the inscriptions and details from iron pillar at Mehrauli in Delhi. We already studied the Allahabad pillar inscription. It was telling about Samudragupta like that way. And from Madura, Sanji, Udayagiri, and also Chandragupta II also issued coins. And one another thing we got the descriptions about Chandragupta II from the Chinese pilgrim Fahian. One Chinese pilgrim visited the court of Chandragupta II. His name was known as Fahian. Chinese pilgrim visited Fahian. And also he conquered western Malwa and Gujarat, which was under the Shaka rulers for almost 4 centuries. He conquered Chandragupta Maurya conquered these places. Chandragupta is very important personality among all the Gupta rulers, and he is best known about his Indian history about his patronage of art and architecture, literature and all. His court was adorned by Navaratnas. In his court, Navaratnas means 9 gems. 9 greatest persons adorned his court. They were totally known as Navaratnas, which included the famous poet Kalidasa, very familiar to us, Kalidasa, Amarasimha, and also the Chinese pilgrim visited his court. His name already I told, Fahian. Okay, so we completed 3 important greatest rulers of Gupta Empire, Chandragupta I, Samudragupta and Chandragupta II. Don't change his name. Chandragupta II is otherwise known as Vikramaditya. Once again remember that one. And after Chandragupta II, some 2 more important rulers ruled here. They were commonly known as later Guptas. Chandragupta II was succeeded by his son Kumaragupta, next ruler Kumaragupta, who was a powerful king. He was followed by his son Skandagupta. The invasion of the Huns is the most important event of Skandagupta's rule. His rule, Huns means a group of persons. They came from outside to India, and they defeated and checked the power of Skandagupta. Huns, they invaded or defeated Skandagupta during the period of Skandagupta. After Skandagupta, there followed a number of weak kings. These were the powerful rulers. After Skandagupta, the rulers were very weak, and also the Huns were attacked continuously. The Huns attack was continuously. It was weakened the Gupta Empire. Almost finally it was led to collapse in 540 CE. 540 CE. The completely collapsed the Gupta Empire because of the regular attack, regular invasion of Huns. That was the main reason. This Huns invasion started during the period of Skandagupta, and after Skandagupta, the rulers were not at all powerful like as the earlier rulers. That was another reason, because the Huns invasion, it was regularly faced by the Gupta rulers. It was led to the end of the Gupta Empire. Okay. Then next is the one to study about the features of the Gupta Empire. The Gupta Empire, it was otherwise known as the Golden Age of Indian history. In the introduction we already studied that one. The Gupta rulers period, because of the contribution of the Gupta rulers, the Gupta period is described as the golden age of Indian culture because of the high level of civilization and culture of this period. This is seen in their efficient administration, economic prosperity, literature, arts, architecture and scientific progress. All one by one we want to study. First is their administration. The king was the head of the administration. It's a 1 mark question. King was the head of the administration. The Gupta rulers adopted pompous titles like Parameshwara, Maharaja, Paramabhandaraga. These were the titles they took in front of their name. Maharaja, Chandragupta II, like that way they used these titles. They were looked upon as gods, and they ruled according to the law given to the Dharma Shastras. It was the greatest book, whatever mentioned there in Dharma Shastras, based on dharma they ruled. Their rules were followed by the rulers of Gupta Empire. The king was assisted by a council of ministers or Mantri Parishad. A group of ministers were there. The most important ministers were the Kumara-Amatyas. They were known as like that way. And for the easy way of administration, the total empire divided into bhuktis. Total empire divided into provinces. It was otherwise known as bhuktis. And each bhukti again placed under the charge of officer called Ubariga. And the bhuktis were further subdivided into districts. Bhuktis again divided into districts. And these districts were otherwise it was known as Vishayas, and it was under the charge of Vishayapati. And again districts are divided into small villages. The lowest unit of administration was villages, and the village headman was known as Gramapati, village headman. Otherwise managed the village affairs. Village headman was known as Gramapati. And the fan-flung areas were ruled by feudatory chiefs who used to pay tribute to the Gupta kings. Means feudal lords were there in the villages. They want to give a amount of tax to the Gupta rulers. This was the administrative pattern of the Gupta Empire once again. For the easy way of administration, total empire divided into bhuktis, otherwise known as provinces. Again bhuktis divided into districts or known as vishayas. Again districts are divided into villages. For like as the present way we know, total India divided into states. 28 states are here and union territories are there. Again the states are divided into districts. Districts are divided into villages, panchayats, like that way. For an easy way of administration, this was followed by the Gupta empires. Only administration today we will complete. Many more points are there. After listening the class, read the textbook. Okay, thank you.